Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. Here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 11th of November. Here we go. You all know what Lashon Hara means, I hope. It means it's a sin to speak badly about another person. You're not supposed to do it at all. Now, there are certain circumstances where it's constructive stuff that you need to say, like someone you know is hiring someone for a job, a summer job, and you happen to know about the person who's being hired that they have stolen money, let's say a lot of times in the past. And the guy who's hiring, the kid, comes to ask you, is he an honest kid? So there you are in quite a a difficult situation. On the one hand, you know, yeah, he's got a problem with honesty. On the other hand, you're not supposed to tell Lashon Hara. So, bottom line is, when it's constructive, and if it's done properly, but that's huge, if it's done properly, you should be conveying constructive criticism about a fellow person. The other person has to know it. This seems like one of those situations where the other person must know it, but you must be very careful to fulfill the many conditions properly, and there are too many for me to list right here. I'll just list some of the important ones. If you're going to mention to him that he has stolen money in the past, first of all, you've got to be absolutely positive that that really happened. Not from hearsay. You have to really know that it happened. You have to understand why it happened. Perhaps there was a strange reason that you're not understanding. You have to, well, here's a biggie. You have to be doing this not out of any hatred or malice or frustration that you feel about the kid in question, but because you really, really want to do the right thing. And there are many other conditions. But if you can't meet all these conditions, let's say in your heart somewhere you're frustrated with that kid because you think he stole something from you too, and you're partially doing this to get back at him, then no. Then you don't have the freedom, the liberty to go saying your constructive stuff because you have some destructive reasons of your own, and you'd have to find some other way to convey the message over to that person or speak it over very carefully with the rabbi before you go telling this hot piece of information, because you might not be qualified to tell it. There are many other conditions. Don't always assume, oh, it's constructive so I could tell it. Oh my gosh, that's such a pitfall. You should be telling it when necessary and in the proper circumstances. Make sure that you got the proper circumstances. If you're not sure, speak to a rabbi about it immediately. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.